Pokemon released, and that is Gardevoir. So Gardevoir is a really interesting Pokemon. A lot of people at first thought she could have been a healer, but psych, no. Gardevoir is an attacker. And from what I'm seeing, because it's currently 4 p.m., so people have been playing her for a little bit, she does a lot of damage, especially in the late game. But we're going to take a look at some of Gardevoir's abilities and then maybe unlock her and take her for a spin. If I have the currency, I don't, so I might have to pay to unlock her. We'll decide in a minute. But let's take a look at her moves first, and then we'll go from there. So Gardevoir. All right, first ability is going to be Confusion. So Gardevoir's abilities are all mostly psychic or like fairy type abilities, even though she looked like a plant, and she technically is a plant. We're not doing the plant stuff. All right, so Confusion attacks in a straight line in the designated direction. So it's a skill shot. Upon reaching level 8, you can select one of the following 2 moves. Psychic, after hitting an opposing Pokemon or traveling its maximum distance, deals damage over time to the opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and decreases their movement speed for a short time. And then when you upgrade it to Psychic Plus, whenever, it will have reduced cooldown. So it's going to travel in a straight line. It has an end point, or if it hits a Pokemon before it reaches that end point, it will deal damage over time to any Pokemon in the area of effect. So it can hit multiple Pokemon. This has very Kel'Thuzad vibes for the for any HOTS players in the chat. Or instead of choosing Psychic, you could choose Moonblast. Has the user attack while moving back to create distance. So you'll attack and then jump backwards, Orphea. When the move's blast hits, it deals damage to opposing Pokemon in a cone and leaves the opposing Pokemon closest to the user unable to act for a short time. So it gives you a disengage where you move backwards. You also have they can't use abilities if they're hit in front of you, and then you can upgrade it to also give you a shield. I think the Moonblast sounds really cool, but I don't know which one is preferred yet. Next ability is going to be Teleport. Has the user warp to a designated area, increasing the damage dealt by 1 basic attack after a warping. So it's a dash, right? Similar to, I guess, eject button. But after it happens, you get 1 increased damage basic attack. Pretty neat. At level 6, you upgrade to one of the following 2 moves. Psyshock attacks the designated location 3 times. This move's cooldown is reduced each time one of this attacks hits an opposing Pokemon. So it's a skill shot. You shoot it to an area. It will hit 1, 2, 3. And for every time you hit, the cooldown is reduced. So if you hit 3 times, you'll get maximum cooldown reduction. Upgrade also increases the damage this move deals each time one of its attacks hits. So if you hit 3 times, the 3rd one will do the most damage, which is cool. Future Sight sets a delayed explosion. When the explosion hits an opposing Pokemon, it reduces this move's cooldown. Upgrade, reset this move's cooldown when the explosion hits an opposing Pokemon, which is a cool upgrade that it gets a full... The 9-second cooldown is completely reset when it hits, which is also pretty cool. I don't know which of these I like the sound of better, although I'm kind of weirded out that these are the upgrades to Teleport. So you play for the first 6 levels with Teleport, where you have this movement ability, and then at level 6 you lose that mobility, you lose Teleport, and get one of these 2 big area effect damages. That feels very strange to me, but maybe it will feel more natural when you're playing it in the game. I don't know. I think I like the idea of Psyshock better, just off the top of my head, but I haven't played her yet, so I don't know for sure. Then we're going to go to our Unite move. Fairy Singularity. Warp space in the designated area, drawing in opposing Pokemon, like the Graviton. Shoves and deals damage to opposing Pokemon the instant the warp space disappears. So it's going to pull them in and then push them out when it ends, which is cool. Is Gardevoir out now? Yeah, there she is. We're looking at her moveset right now. Synchronize. When an opponent inflicts decreased movement speed or a damage over time condition on Gardevoir, the same is inflicted on that opponent. This ability goes on cooldown after it's triggered. So that's really cool. Somebody puts a burn on you, puts a poison on you, a damage over time on you, or reduce your movement speed, and you hit them right back. Hit them with the Dave double back, which is pretty cool. And then her basic attacks become a boosted attack with every third attack. When this boosted attack hits, it deals damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and decreases their special defense. So that's really cool. Not only is the third hit bonus damage, but it also decreases their special defense and is a splash. So those are the abilities, the moves, the talents, whatever we're calling them for Gardevoir. They look pretty cool. Yeah, I am a little... The one that kind of gives me the most pause is Teleport. I do think it's really strange to start out the game with a movement ability and then lose that movement ability at level 6. But we're going to have to play it to see how we feel about it. I do know, or I don't know, but I believe... hang on, I guess I should double, triple, quadruple check this before I say it about how Gardevoir's damage scales with special attack. No, I didn't have it bookmarked, so we'll come back to that. But Gardevoir looks pretty neat. The people I've seen playing her so far, she looks to have a lot of damage, especially in the late game when you get the pluses on these, right? Like Psychic Plus and Psyshock Plus do a lot of damage. So we're probably gonna purchase her and jump into a game and see how we feel. But that is gonna be the first look move set on Gardevoir. Here she is again. And then the most important question before we make any decisions, does Gardevoir have a skin? Does she have an outfit? I'm in the wrong spot. Sorry, I want to go here. Does Gardevoir have a skin on release? I'm pretty sure oh, there she is. Look at her cute little bonnet. There are a lot of Pokemon that don't have a skin, but Gardevoir is not one of them. She looks cute. Look at her bonnet and her little shirts. So if you feel like being a Gardevoir main, you can even be cute while you do it. Feels good.